How's it going, everybody? My cup of tea here, back to the reaction video, and we're here for some more Ben 10 videos. Yay. Now this one is not an A and B. I want to spice things up a little bit. Now we're going to be watching what I'm assuming is a commentary slash review slash feel good of the Ben 10 series called Cherished Forever Ben 10. And this video was requested by Kendra Corbridge. Bam! Shouts out to you, Kendra. Shouts out to you. You don't hold me for this one. You don't hold me. Kendra also gave me some more Ben 10 related videos that we're going to check out too. So hey, we're going to keep it going. Now this is my first time watching DiamondBolt, but depending on how good this video is, I might have to check out that Teen Titan because I am a Teen Titan fan, the original. But yeah, let's start this. I hope you don't mind me watching this DiamondBolt, but let's do it.
There are just some things that fill me with indescribable joy. Certain things that invoke both emotion
Teen Titans,
and
yep.
happiness from within me.
Hey, I just sorry, quick pause, sorry. It's funny, on my gaming channel, me and my friend just watched the Transformers movie, 1986. That was a movie. Okay, I'm sorry.
Like that will forever hold in high regard. Things we will cherish forever.
Yep.
We all had that one cartoon when we were a kid that we were obsessed with. For some, it was SpongeBob.
That Nettie.
Dragon Ball Z. Or
that
Justice
Nettie
League,
right here.
Or this. But
what
me,
is that?
That cartoon came in the form of Cartoon Network's hit series, Ben 10. Ben 10 is one of my favorite cartoons of all time.
Oh, okay.
A huge impact on my childhood.
I can see why.
One of the things that came close to being as important to me as Ben 10 was when I was a kid. And it even rivaled other apparently important things such as hygiene and education.
I got that serious.
Mom, you could never understand how important Ben 10 is. You'd think I'd
trying
be
to save
blinded
the world.
with nostalgia because I grew up with this show, but I watched quite a few episodes when researching for this video, and I have to say, it still matches the expectations I had for it years ago. It's not something that's only good because I want it to be as good as I remember it being. Ben 10 is actually as good as I remember it.
I plan on watching the series soon.
I think I will still be in love with this show. So in this episode of Cherished Forever, it's hero time.
Oh, he got the Omnitrix. Okay. Oh, yours? No.
Oh, yeah, right. Doesn't.
No. I wish.
Most kids my age wanted to be Superman, or Batman, or Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Nah, mate. I wanted an Omnitrix, because it had all of those powers and more, just without the dead parents. I recall very fond memories of my friends and I running around the schoolyard and pretending to be Ben and transforming into various aliens.
Really?
We probably looked like we were insane, but it was a good time nonetheless.
I was hitting Naruto stuff as a kid, or Dragon Ball Z stuff.
My parents became quite concerned at how much time I was spending watching it. Then, one fateful day, some dumbass journalist wrote a newspaper article describing how the show was too violent and scary for kids. Australian media is absolutely garbage.
Welcome back. Fortnite is the latest video game kids can't get enough of, but when does a bit of harmless fun turn into an unhealthy obsession?
Hello, yes, we are the fun police. Are you having fun? Yeah? Yeah, we're gonna have to ask you to stop doing that, please. So, naturally, my parents decided that Ben 10 was corrupting my young and vulnerable brain, and tried to stop me from watching it.
Oh, what?
Which was a very stupid decision. I mean, I turned out alright. I went, as I remember, half a freaking year without watching Ben 10. Do you know what that does to a man?
That's
anyway, it lasted that long.
Especially if you're like a fan of it.
And around that time, the show had reached one of its best two-parters yet, and it was then that my love for the show was absolutely solidified. Look, I love my parents, but no one gets between me and my Grandpa Max.
Grandpa Max!
The show has a pretty simple concept. Two cousins, Ben and Gwen, start with each other as they go on a summer vacation with their Grandpa Max. That is, until Ben finds a really cool watch and then suddenly the whole goddamn universe wants him dead. You know, your usual summer vacation. This watch, the Omnitrix, allows him to transform into 10 aliens, and also later, way more than 10.
Yep, I know things now. I know things.
It was like nothing I'd ever seen before, and I still enjoy watching it today. They just don't make cartoons like this anymore. I mean, they do. But you know what I mean. It was the perfect Saturday morning cartoon, what with its interesting Monster of the Week formula. And going with that trope, almost every episode introduced or saw the return
Actually, no, I gotta tell you. I think like 3 or 4 years, sorry for pausing. I think a few years back, I was trying to watch some Ben 10, right? I think it was 2016 it said on my website. Ben 10 2016, what is this? So I clicked it, like, maybe it's a reboot of the original series? Hey, I'm down for that. And I'm like, what is this? Maybe it's that, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. I'm not sure. But yeah, enough about that. Keep it going.
And going with that trope, almost every episode introduced or saw the return of a villain, and every episode was vastly different and equally interesting. Ben 10 never overstayed its welcome. Each episode was distinctly unique on its own, perfectly combining its fantastic premise with various other elements and themes.
Hold on, pull up that sword.
Up against aliens, criminals, robots, knights, disgusting bug creatures
what is
from outer
that?
space who want to suck the earth, drive any life, and kill everyone on it.
Oh.
Yeah, that episode was kind of messed up.
I don't think I remember that one in this story thing.
I would have loved to be in the writing room when they came up with some of these batshit insane ideas. They all sound completely ridiculous in concept, but they were executed incredibly well. And the writers showed that their creativity wasn't limited to the awesomeness of the Omnitrix. Although, the Omnitrix allegedly has a 10-minute time limit for each alien. Get it? 10?
No, yeah, I get it. Thank you.
Bends or something, I don't know. But I'm questioning how long the show thinks 10 minutes really is. It's almost as reliable as Frieza's 5 minutes until now.
5 minutes,
Dragon Ball Z, which
3
is
hours.
like 10 episodes. Following the end of the first season, what followed is still one of my favorite plot twists in cartoon history, where, in the second season, spoilers for a 12-year-old show, I'm not really sure this is necessary.
It's not. You're good. You're
Max
good.
reveals he is part of the secret government organization known as the Plumbers.
The Plumbers.
Who basically serve as the Space Ghostbusters, which was not so subtly foreshadowed in the series.
Think he's gonna stay a monster forever?
He's not a monster. He's an alien.
How do you know that, Max?
Look at him.
How do you know that?
That's not
Look at him.
suspicious at all. It added a whole nother dynamic to the show, with Max being experienced in dealing with aliens and revealing himself to be quite
One of the best.
badass.
He was
There
one
were
of the
just
best.
So many fantastic ideas that went into this series. Ignoring the amazing Omnitrix for a moment, there's the ideas of the Plumbers, Kevin 11, Gwen and her magic,
Yep,
the fact
'cause
that
of
the
her mom,
Omnitrix isn't a weapon
her
but a
grandmother.
research tool, the fact that the Omnitrix was created by an alien who was the same species as Grey Matter,
Yep,
and just
that's his name, Grey Matter,
everything
yes.
about the Omnitrix. And on that note,
And he had the
the
prototype,
series
too.
movie, Ben 10's Secret of the Omnitrix is one of the best cartoon movies I've ever seen.
Didn't know it was a movie.
does
Okay,
everything
my
in
fault.
its power to answer questions and expand upon the lore of the series, while still delivering one of the best adventures Ben 10 has to offer. The show is just
Wait, what?
epic,
Yogax,
for lack
hold
of
on.
a better description. So many fantastic
Got
stories
punched.
that build into like
Ooh,
climatic
backhand.
battle, and rarely does the show disappoint. Rarely. And I still remember my reaction for the first time when I watched the absolutely epic two-parter Ben 10 versus the Negative 10, where villains from across the series came together to beat the ever-living shit out of Ben.
Oh, dang.
It's just one of those, oh no, moments that never really leaves you. And to be honest, I would be lying if I said this show still didn't fill me with the same childlike wonder today that it did years ago. Sure, a lot of the episodes were pretty weird, such as the ones where Ben and Gwen turn into elves, or swap bodies, or when Ben and Max become younger, or
What?
when Ben gets sick and his aliens get sick.
Huh?
And yeah, now that I said it out loud, I don't know what they were thinking.
What's going
The
on over
writers
there?
obviously had so much fun with the concepts in the series that they even did a few what-if episodes,
Ooh, okay, that's
including
nice.
an episode set in the future, which has one of the most brutal final fights I've ever
I
seen.
just seen that from
Alright,
an
Ben, you gotta
AMV.
defeat Kevin. Whoa, Ben, stop! You already got him. He's already dead.
Oh my God!
Stop.
Oh Jesus! Whoa! Whoa!
You got him.
He is
And another
done.
one where Gwen gets the Omnitrix instead of Ben. But of course, the show's biggest highlight for me were the amazing action.
Nice what ifs. Okay.
The show was violent, like
Yes.
surprisingly violent for its target audience, but it was awesome, and that was all that
Oh,
mattered.
he got
Each
thrown
adventure
into a new
provided
alien.
Their own unique method of combat, and one of the show's most enjoyable parts was sitting in anticipation to see what alien Ben would transform into. Of course, the one everyone wanted to see was Forearms.
That's it,
because
Forearms,
dark,
okay.
But the show
Yep,
cleverly
I was a fan of Forearms.
function to never really turn Ben into what he wanted to turn into, forcing him to adapt to the situation accordingly, and also explaining why he didn't just go way big all the time and step on everyone. It gave each of the aliens a reasonably balanced amount of screen time. That is, until he unlocked more aliens, and then they just became too many to keep up. Now he's got
yeah.
superpowers, he's no ordinary
Ordinary
kid,
kid,
he's
he's
Ben
Ben.
12. Plus Ben Wolf and Ben Mummy and Ben Victor and Way Big and Upchuck. Each alien was distinctly different. And
Ghost,
each had
that
their
one
own
scared me
abilities
as a
unique
kid.
to them. I'd even go as far as to call their designs iconic, simply because they're brilliantly designed, both visually and as characters.
That did
Four
nothing.
Arms was, of course, the poster boy for the whole series, being the one with the most basic power, but also the alien that literally everyone loved the most. Come on,
Get his
admit
ass
it,
beat.
he was and still is awesome.
Yes,
Heat Blast
100%.
was awesome,
Heat Blast, yeah.
Accelerate was awesome.
That was Accelerate, that
Ripcord
was Speedster.
awesome. Wild Month
Good
was
job.
no one's favorite alien.
No.
Upgrade and Grey Matter brought out the most creative solutions. Stinkfly was horrifying.
Yeah.
Diamond
Yep, there it is.
one of my favorites, both design-wise and for his powers. Can you guess who my other favorite is?
Cannonball.
Not many of the characters in the show react to the aliens as a
Oh,
person.
Diamond. Oh.
When in actuality, each of the
I see.
aliens would look absolutely
YouTube name, I
terrifying
see it
in real
now.
life.
This is the part where you tell me your name, what your evil intentions are.
Ah, yeah, they do look horrifying in real life.
What
I'll
is
talk about those
that?
one day, I promise. Just
What is
today
that?
is not
I never
day.
knew there was
It
a
always
movie.
did make me wonder what the aliens were wearing, though. Like, are those clothes? What happens if Ben changes clothes? Do the aliens wear them as well? Because they did when Gwen turned into them. Why do only some aliens keep the clothes pattern, but others don't? Also, the transformation sequences looked incredibly painful. They looked like they
yes, they
were
did.
a lot more than what Ben is making them look like.
Nah, yeah, that one. Yeah, no, that's pain.
Extremely exaggerated, and though it does get a little ridiculous at times,
I'm working here.
Stupidly fun. One of the more ridiculous examples is in the episode Kevin 11, in which the titular character and Ben break into a warehouse to get
young
their
Kevin
hands
looks
on
so
some
different.
video games, only to find that the goddamn SWAT team shows up a second later with like 100 helicopters.
For video games?
Still, as a kid, these kind of things you just didn't question. That kind of thing made total sense to me. I spent hours upon hours just sitting in front of the TV, sitting in awe of how good this show was. And years later, nothing has really changed. Except maybe it's a little weirder, and probably kind of sad. Forearms.
Alright, characters, let's go.
Ben Tennyson was a fantastic protagonist, voiced wonderfully by Tara. I voiced your entire
Yep,
childhood strong.
Tara.
He makes a surprisingly convincing 10-year-old boy. Despite being 10 years old, I don't think he was overly annoying. Sure, he can get a bit much at times,
Yeah,
but
he
he
got
served
some
as a
egotistical
surprisingly
moments.
convincing and grounded character.
Yeah,
I
cool.
mean, his first reaction to getting the watch is essentially how you would think.
I'm on fire! I'm on fire!
His cousin, Gwen, served as the more logical of the two, and her personality clashing with Ben's created a great dynamic between the two. They bickered like most kids did, but that made the situations in which they actually worked together just that much more memorable. The latter seasons of the show decided to improve upon her character further by giving her the ability to use magic, and she became an active combatant just as Ben was. And much like her, Max was
became
improved
important.
as soon as his past was uncovered, and he revealed his combat abilities. Seeing the three of them fight side by side was just fantastic.
That's a terrifying
And it
thing to
just
see,
added
though.
to the overall brilliantness of an already brilliant show. You might want to check the script on that one. The language certainly hasn't
Ew.
aged well.
That
All
maggots?
these Dweebs and doofuses. But both Ben and Gwen are lovable despite their age. That being 10, if you weren't aware. And Ben being 10 years old really puts into perspective how dumb some of the alien names are. Like, 4R.
Yeah, I thought it was like a creative name. I didn't know it was called
done.
Forums.
Well done. That's wow. Vilgax, the main antagonist of the series, is one of my favorite villains of all time.
Won't stay down.
He starts off as being one of those villains that sits behind the scenes, giving commentary on events and not really doing much of anything. But when he finally does take matters into his own hands,
He's scary.
Shit gets real.
No, it'll get real.
Ben 10's first season finale is one of my favorite episodes, where Vilgax finally comes down to Earth and absolutely beats the hell out of Ben. This was my very first oh shit moment when I was a kid. This show had a lot of firsts for me, actually. Sure, Ben had been knocked down before.
I don't know who
but
that
never
is.
like this. Vilgax was an awesome villain.
Look at that,
And
disrespect.
honestly, quite terrifying. But you know what was really terrifying? This
Disgusting,
horrifying
freak show,
abomination.
Ghost Freak.
Can we just talk about Ghost Freak?
Ghost Freak,
Nothing
yeah.
about
Terrifying.
any of this was
Nothing.
okay. None of it. None of that.
Didn't wanna
If
see him
ever
at all.
anything to represent the embodiment of my irrational childhood fears, it would be this thing. And I'm not saying that as a joke. I mean, Ghost
that's
Freak
terrifying.
literally served as the embodiment of my fears in my nightmares. He visited me in the darkest hours of the night.
Oh god.
Piece of shit. You know, in hindsight, maybe
Who
they
likes
did
that?
it
Who
right
likes
or
Ghost Freak?
something. This show was so ambitious that it had one of the original aliens.
I mean, this one is okay. It looks
escape
nice.
From the Omnitrix, mutate into a demon monster abomination.
That's not
and then
okay.
Become a recurring villain.
That's not okay.
Awesome. I mean, I hate him, but that's awesome.
Yeah,
All the show's villains
it's
are
awesome,
great,
but he looks
no
terrifying.
Commonly recurring ones such as Dr. Animo, Charmcaster, and Kevin. And it was Ben's
Charmcaster,
ever-expanding
that's her
rogues
name.
gallery that kept the show interesting. Ben 10 managed a hell of a lot of world building in its 49 episodes, and the audience really got a good sense of how crazy the universe of this series was. What the show really heavily focused on was the idea of aliens, and that the ones Ben turned into weren't exclusive to the Omnitrix. Every time Ben encountered another one of his aliens, it blew my young mind. It's a show filled with an excess of fantastic characters,
Simple
and
plot.
story concepts,
Simple
and
plot.
I can't
He's
quite
in the
put into
beginning.
words my appreciation for this series. Even though I've been trying for the past 11 minutes. One thing my parents obviously missed.
Oh,
was that
word?
Ben
Oh,
10
dang, I
had
didn't know it was
quite a
that
large
close.
focus on morals. A lot of cartoons do this, but I didn't feel the ones in this show were forced or shoved down the viewers' throats. It was interesting to see Ben growing frustrated of not being able to use his powers for selfish reasons, as that's honestly how a 10-year-old would react if given his power. Ben 10 did have some good messages laid in there within its interesting stories and violent battles, but clearly someone missed that.
Mom and Dad.
Ben 10 was one of those shows that I was almost certain I would have grown
Oh,
up
he's just talking about just the
Even
Ben
watching
10
it back
series
today, it's
show.
still a
Okay.
really good time. And I still want my own Omnitrix.
Yeah.
Like a proper one that actually
No,
works.
wait, no,
Try and
let's
bully
not.
me in school, huh? Accelerate. The sequels to Ben 10 were great too, with their own
bringing out the
take on
forearm.
series, and while I loved and grew up on them as well, none quite captivated me like the original show. Hopefully one day I can talk about them, because I love them almost as much as the original. Except
Okay.
you sit over there and you think about what you've done. I gotta admit though, the reboot's not terrible, but it just doesn't hold a candle to the original. But what I love about it is, after
Okay,
all
what's
this
the
time,
reboot? Yeah.
Ben 10 is still as prevalent as it was back in 2005. Cue the montage!
Okay. I never heard this version. Ugh. God, the childhood memories are just flying back. You gotta have Ben 10 your top 5 cartoon shows. You gotta have it. Or Cartoon Network shows, I'll say that. Oh, he got some interesting videos. Hold on, wait a minute. I like that. I want to check out the Teen Titans one, but another time. I'm curious about this one because I am a video game head. I like video games. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was a nice video. Nice review. You got some jokes in there. Talked about how iconic it was to him as a kid, and even now. You know what? I'm going to hit that subscribe. Boom. I really want to watch the Teen Titans one. But again, another time. Another time. I did not know it had some goofy episode in there. I mean, I kind of remember some goofy episodes when I used to watch Ben 10 as a kid, like when they swap bodies, Ben and Gwen. Yeah, Ghost Freak, terrifying. There wasn't like a boring alien design in the original Ben 10. Even since I forgot I think it's like the one that can't see, like it's yellow or orange. It can't see, it like use vibrations or something. Use something to like hear so it can see. I think they called it a mutt in the show. Listen, even that's okay. Not my favorite, probably my least favorite out of the original Ben 10 aliens. But no, this was fun. This was a fun watch. Yeah, DiamondBolt, you got yourself a fan now. Because I want to see some more, which we might be seeing some more later. We'll see. Who knows? Well, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. We're going to keep the Ben 10 marathon going. And so, yeah, thank you for watching. My cup of tea is out of here. See you later. And, oh, man. I did not know Ben 10 gets down like that sometimes. You know, I forgot how violent Vilgax actually is. Like, I hear about Vilgax doing stuff. Haven't really seen it in a while. He was tossing people, especially Ben. Ben got the worst. Ben got the worst.